was talking to Dustin Schlatter, and talk to me a little bit about the camp, just kind of getting your feet back under you the first few days in training.
First few days been it's been tough. It's been good. Getting back in the swing of things. It's going well so far. Learning a lot of new things, and excited for the rest of it and next couple of camps. I think it's gonna definitely help me a ton.
Right. Take me back to the beginning of your what would have been your junior season. I mean, was that the plan all along to redshirt, or was that kind of what you were thinking when when this past season started?
Yeah, about probably towards the end of the summer before that season, we kind of made a decision, and then from there it was like I'm redshirting, but I need to be rested. I need to get as much experience while I'm redshirt. I'm not just gonna sit around and do anything. So we decided we'd do a lot of freestyle, get as much matches and experience as we could internationally. So it worked out.
Because you wrestled in some open tournaments, right, at the beginning of the college season.
Mm-hmm.
And then was the Schultz your first tournament?
Yep. Yeah, right here in the Schultz. Yeah.
And I think you lost your first match and then got on a pretty good roll. I mean, how much did that experience help you?
Yeah, it definitely helped a ton. Not only just get back in the swing of things with freestyle, but just to get some international experience with a lot of foreigners. I think I ended up having 6 matches, and I think 4 of them were from guys from other countries. So that was because they have a different style. A lot of them, just smaller things, but wrestle a little differently, and that's very important.
Right. And you hadn't wrestled freestyle in a while, plus the rules had changed. I mean, just how big an adjustment was that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. Back in high school was the last time I wrestled, but you pick it up pretty quick. It's I did it all growing up, all through high school. So start practicing a couple of times and it comes right back. But the rules, they're always changing. So it's I can't get really adjusted to one set. A couple years later it'll change. So that's just how it goes.
And you talked about this earlier, but I mean, you felt like making this world team was a realistic goal from the beginning when you started wrestling freestyle this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my goal from the beginning. Experience and getting the mat time was important, but I wanted to wrestle with some purpose. I wanted to have a goal and stay focused, and my goal was to make the world team.
I know you lost a close match to Gavin at Nationals, and I know it was kind of a questionable call. And I mean, what did you do between then and the trials to prepare? I mean, you had to feel like you had a really good shot going into the trials.
Yeah, I mean, we worked a lot on the clinch, because that's the position with Gavin. That they kind of went wrong defensively and offensively, and just going after guys and a lot of pressure on them, a lot of out of bounds stuff.
And then when you wrestled Travis, it was kind of Travis Paulson. It was kind of a similar, 2 guys with pretty similar styles. I mean, how difficult were those matches?
Yeah, it was different because styles obviously clash because they're very similar. I don't know, just went how it went. And
you were asked about that. I mean, he had his cheering section and everything, and you had a few people there cheering for you. I mean, how did you prepare for some of that?
When you're in a place like that where most of the fans and the crowd's against you, it's in a way it can be motivating. It can be exciting for you. That can raise your game a little bit, and for me that's how it went. I guess I was excited, made it fun.
Right. And what about the World Championships? I mean, like you said, you don't have a ton of experience going into this, but a lot of times that hasn't mattered. I mean, how will you approach that tournament?
I'll approach it like I do a lot of other tournaments. I just like with the goal, the intent of winning. I'm not going to go there just get experience. I'm going there to win. And so it's just like every other tournament except it's the world. It's a lot tougher guys, but pretty basic. Take one match at a time and just go hard.
Have you ever been overseas?
Yeah.
When was the last time you wrestled overseas?
Last time was I think January, February. I went to Ukraine.
Okay. So. Did you wrestle some matches over there too?
Yeah.
In that tournament?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys are going to go to Azerbaijan to train, and I mean, how important do you think that will be?
Yeah, I think it'll be helpful. Just like I said before, getting that the foreign feel, I guess. You can't really categorize as foreigners as one style. They're all different, but it's good to get different feels, different just a lot of styles, or just going overseas and wrestling. In general, it's just good getting out of your comfort zone and doing something like that. That's good for me.
Do you feel like you're kind of refreshed now? I know the college seasons can really be a grind, and you wrestled as a true freshman, and then you battled some injuries. I mean, did this season just kind of refresh you and reinvigorate you a little bit?
Yeah, I think it definitely did. it's like you said, it's not as much of a battle, and I could take more time to just worry about myself and what I need to work on instead of week in and week out wrestling, making weight, and it just gave me time to, to work on the things I need to work on, to get ready for my senior year, and then also to focus on freestyle, and it's been very enjoyable, yeah.
And freestyle versus folk style, I know you have your different strengths, but I mean, you look like you're really suited to freestyle. I mean, how much do you like that style?
Yeah, I mean, I also enjoy folk style, but I don't know, I guess I like freestyle. I don't know, I think it's good when you're in college. I mean, it's a disadvantage to always wrestle or folk style, but it's kind of nice changing up folk style than freestyle. It gives you a good break, but freestyle's good for me, I guess. It's good for my style.
And just one more question, you're going to bump up to 65, is that the plan for, I guess, 57 or 65 for your senior year?
Yeah, nothing is definitely, we haven't even started to talk. I mean, it's 37, 65. We haven't even really gotten to that very much because, I've been so focused on
Sure.
freestyle, making the team now, going out there and wrestling the world. So I'm sure we'll figure that out at some point soon.
Yeah, you guys should be pretty solid now. Minnesota should be. I mean, Jake's coming in, and
Yep.
you got Ness and some other guys. I mean, do you feel like Minnesota should be pretty solid next season?
Oh, absolutely. We got a handful of younger guys stepping up, and then we got a bunch of returning guys that did well last year. So it'll be exciting for us. Yeah, I think we'll have a real good team.